What if I told you that the smallest camera DJI has ever made could become the most important product in the company's entire future? Not just another upgrade, not just another creator toy, but a device whose launch timing, feature set, and market impact could literally decide whether DJI keeps its strongest position in the global creator economy. That may sound dramatic, but once you understand what the DJI Osmo Pocket 4 really represents, everything starts to make sense. Because this is not just about better video. This is about survival, strategy, and a serious attempt to redefine what pocket filmmaking means in 2025 and beyond. For months, the Osmo Pocket 4 existed in rumor form. Quiet whispers, small leaks, supply chain hints. But now, those pieces are finally coming together, and what they reveal is one of the most calculated and aggressive product launches DJI has ever planned. Insiders, testers, and retail sources are all pointing toward the same conclusion. The Osmo Pocket 4 is real. It is finished, and it is coming at a very specific moment for a very specific reason. According to the most reliable information available right now, DJI is targeting a release window between December 18th and December 23rd, 2025. That window is not random. It is surgical. It exists because of mounting regulatory pressure in the United States tied to the FCC and national security reviews. Under current legislation, if DJI products are not fully certified and reviewed by December 23rd, the company risks being added to a restricted list that could severely limit its ability to sell or support products in the U.S. market. And that market represents a massive portion of DJI's global revenue. So the Osmo Pocket 4 is not just a launch. It is a shield. By releasing before that deadline, DJI ensures this device enters the U.S. ecosystem legally, fully approved, and protected from any future restrictions applied afterward. That single move could give DJI years of breathing room. And that makes this tiny camera far more important than its size suggests. But politics alone would not matter if the product itself was not special. And this is where things get truly exciting. Because based on everything we're seeing from internal testing reports and credible leaks, the Osmo Pocket 4 might be the most advanced handheld camera DJI has ever built. Let's start with image quality. Multiple independent sources point to a major sensor upgrade. We're not talking about small refinements. We're talking about a jump into the 1-inch sensor class, or very close to it. That alone is a massive leap for a device that fits in your pocket. A larger sensor means better low-light performance, cleaner shadows, richer colors, and more dynamic range. Early testers claim that nighttime footage from the Pocket 4 comes shockingly close to what you would expect from entry-level mirrorless cameras. And that is something no previous Pocket model has achieved. But sensor size is only part of the equation. DJI is also rumored to be introducing a completely redesigned image processing pipeline. This combines optical clarity with advanced computational techniques to reduce noise, preserve highlights, and maintain natural skin tones, even in difficult lighting. The result is footage that looks cinematic straight out of the camera, without heavy color grading or post-processing. Stabilization has always been the heart of the Pocket series, and the Pocket 4 appears to push this even further. DJI is reportedly using a redesigned gimbal head that is lighter, stronger, and more power efficient. The mechanical stabilization remains fully physical, not digital, which is something competitors still struggle to replicate consistently. Running shots, fuss pans, handheld movement. The Pocket 4 is said to handle all of it with that signature DJI smoothness that made earlier models so popular. What makes this even more interesting is the rumored addition of hybrid stabilization. Mechanical stabilization working together with AI-driven digital correction. Instead of choosing one method, DJI may be blending both. This means the gimbal handles large movements while AI smooths out micro jitters. The result could be footage that looks almost unreal in how stable it feels, especially for walking and vlogging scenarios. Audio is another area where DJI seems to have listened closely to creator feedback. One of the most common complaints about earlier Pocket models was wind noise and limited on-board audio quality. The Pocket 4 is expected to feature a new dual microphone array with advanced wind reduction algorithms. This allows creators to record usable dialogue outdoors without immediately needing an external microphone. Of course, external mic support is still expected, but the baseline audio quality should be far better than before. Battery life is also getting a meaningful upgrade. FCC-related leaks suggest DJI has increased battery capacity by roughly 18%. That could push continuous recording time close to 3 hours under ideal conditions. For a device this small, that is a big deal, especially when you consider that DJI is reportedly making the Pocket 4 lighter than the Pocket 3 despite the larger sensor and more advanced gimbal. This suggests a complete internal redesign, possibly shifting heavier components lower in the body to improve balance and reduce strain on the stabilization system. Design-wise, DJI is not reinventing the wheel, and that is a good thing. The Pocket 4 is expected to keep the familiar vertical form factor that made previous models so comfortable and discreet. But refinements are coming. A brighter and slightly larger touchscreen, better button placement for quicker control, improved grip texture, and possibly a new aluminum frame that helps dissipate heat more effectively during long recording sessions. And yes, heat matters, because one of the biggest rumors surrounding the Pocket 4 is video resolution. According to firmware leaks from trusted sources, DJI may be introducing 6K recording for the first time in the Pocket series. That could mean 6K at 30 or even 60 frames per second, with 4K pushing up to 120 frames per second. That level of performance in a handheld device this small is almost unheard of. More resolution means more flexibility in editing. You can crop, stabilize further, or reframe shots without losing quality. Slow motion becomes cleaner. Creative options expand. And this is exactly what modern creators want. Not just higher numbers, but more freedom in post-production. Another rumored feature that could change everything is a variable aperture system. This is something usually reserved for larger cameras. If DJI manages to implement it effectively, it would allow creators to control depth of field more precisely and handle exposure changes without constantly swapping ND filters. Bright daylight, indoor shooting, sunset transitions. A variable aperture makes all of it easier and more consistent. AI features are also expected to play a much larger role. DJI has years of experience with AI in its drones, and now those technologies appear to be coming to the Pocket line. Smarter subject tracking, improved face detection, automatic horizon leveling, intelligent reframing, even cinematic transitions handled directly in camera or through the DJI Mimo app. Speaking of the app, DJI is rumored to be expanding its AI-powered editing tools. Automatic highlight reels, music synced edits, vertical crops for social platforms. The idea is simple. Shoot with the Pocket 4. Connect your phone. Export finished content in minutes without touching a laptop. For creators who work fast and publish often, this is a huge advantage. Connectivity is also getting an upgrade. Leaks point to Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.3 support. Faster file transfers. More stable monitoring. Less lag when using your phone as a live screen. These are small details, but together they make the experience feel modern and frictionless. Now let's talk about pricing, because this is where DJI needs to strike a careful balance. Current estimates place the Osmo Pocket 4 somewhere between $699 and $799. That positions it firmly in the premium compact camera space, but still well below the cost of a mirrorless setup. Accessories and creator bundles could push the total closer to $999, but the base price remains competitive considering what this device offers. There are also strong rumors of a second model, possibly a Pocket 4 Pro or Pocket 4 Zoom, arriving in early 2026. This version could include dual lenses or optical zoom, something never seen before in the Pocket series. If that happens, DJI would be directly challenging smartphones and compact mirrorless cameras in a way no handheld gimbal camera has done before. When you step back and look at the full picture, the Osmo Pocket 4 feels less like a simple upgrade and more like a statement. A statement that DJI still understands creators. That ovation does not stop under pressure. That even the smallest device can carry enormous weight. In my honest opinion, if DJI delivers even 80% of what these leaks suggest, the Osmo Pocket 4 will become the most desirable pocket camera on the market. It hits the perfect balance between portability and performance. It gives creators freedom without complexity, and it proves that size does not limit ambition. This is not just a camera for vloggers. It is for filmmakers, travelers, journalists, daily creators, anyone who wants high-quality footage without carrying heavy gear. And given the timing, it may also be the product that secures DJI's future in one of its most important markets. Sometimes the smallest device makes the biggest impact, and the DJI Osmo Pocket 4 feels exactly like that moment. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update.